I told myself it was just one night, one mistake, one decision I could bury and never talk about again. I told my husband I was staying with a friend, packed a small overnight bag, and drove to a hotel across town with someone who wasn't him. What I didn't know was that the lie didn't stay hidden for even 24 hours. He knew, and the way I found out changed me forever. My name is Rachel. I'm 36, and this is the hardest story I've ever told, because I'm not the victim in it. My husband, Tom, and I have been married for 9 years. 2 kids, busy lives, schedules that barely overlapped. We weren't fighting, but we weren't close either. Conversations were about bills, school, groceries. Touch became rare. Eye contact became optional. I felt lonely in a house full of people, and instead of addressing it honestly, I did something selfish. There was a man at work. His name was Eric. He listened. He noticed when I was tired. He laughed at my jokes. He made me feel interesting again. I knew the attention was dangerous, but I didn't stop it. I let it grow quietly, feeding the part of me that felt invisible. One Friday afternoon, I told Tom I was staying overnight with a friend from college. I didn't hesitate when I said it. That's the part that scares me now. How easy the lie came out. Tom looked up from his phone and said, "Okay, drive safe." No suspicion. No questions. I felt a flash of guilt, then relief. Eric booked a hotel. Nothing fancy. Just clean, anonymous, forgettable. Or so I thought. When I checked in, my hand was shaking. I remember signing my name and thinking, you can still walk away. I didn't. That night, I barely slept. Not because I was excited, but because something felt wrong. Heavy, like I had crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. I kept checking my phone, expecting a message from Tom. Nothing came. In the morning, I drove home early. I wanted to get there before the kids woke up, before reality caught up with me. The house was quiet when I walked in. Tom was already up, sitting at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee. He looked calm. Too calm. "Morning," he said. "Morning." I replied, forcing a smile. "My friend's still asleep. I came back early." He nodded slowly. "How was the hotel?" My heart dropped. "What?" I asked. He took a sip of coffee and said, "The hotel, how was it?" I couldn't speak. "I saw the charge," he continued, still calm. "Joint account. Hotel across town. Checked in last night." I felt sick. "I can explain." He shook his head gently. "I'm not angry. I just need you to tell the truth." So I did. I told him everything. About feeling lonely. About Eric. About the hotel. I cried. I apologized. I begged. I told him it didn't mean anything. All the things people say when they realize the damage is real. Tom listened without interrupting. When I finished, he said something I wasn't expecting. "I knew something was off months ago," he said. "I just didn't think you'd cross that line." That hurt more than yelling would have. He told me he noticed the distance, the late nights, the way I stopped touching him. He said he wanted to ask, but didn't want to push me away further. "I trusted you," he said quietly. "That's the part I'm struggling with." We didn't decide anything that day. No screaming, no packing bags, just silence and reality sitting between us. Over the next few weeks, we talked more honestly than we had in years. Not to fix things, but to understand them. Tom went to counseling on his own. I did too. We tried one session together, but something was already broken in a way that couldn't be repaired. One night, after the kids were asleep, Tom said, "I forgive you, but I don't think I can stay married to you." Forgiveness didn't save us. We separated quietly. The kids still see both of us. We co-parent. We're respectful, but we're not the same people we were before that lie. Eric disappeared from my life the moment the truth came out. No drama, no goodbye, just silence. And that silence taught me something important. Attention that costs you your integrity is never worth it. Sometimes people think cheating is about passion or excitement. For me, it was about avoiding a hard conversation. And that choice cost me my marriage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Lies don't stay small. They grow, and they always find the light. I told my husband I'd be with a friend. I checked into a hotel with someone else, and he knew before I was ready to face myself.